Let's shift focus to something that is the most important global cue that we are watching out for. In fact, the much-awaited Jackson Hole Symposium has kick-started, and all eyes are now on the Fed Chief Jerome Powell's key commentary that will be coming later today. He's expected to discuss the path forward on interest rates. He'll also likely to address the proposed changes to the central bank's framework for economic analysis. Meanwhile, there are several other policymakers who are expected to speak at the three-day event, which brings together representatives of central banks from across the world, nearly 40 countries, that is, to meet with other businesses and economic leaders. And that's the reason why we're all eyeing the Jackson Hole Symposium. In fact, if you look at why this meeting is, so important, it is because it's gathering the financial world policymakers, economists from all over the world to discuss the economic challenges. That in the meeting is sponsored by Federal Reserve and Bank of Kansas City. All right, so that's but to discuss this further. We'll get you another. We'll keep discussing this further in the course of the show. But before that, let's put the spotlight on some other commodities as well. My colleague Rabinder is now standing by. Rabinder, which are the commodities on your list today?
Well, yes, most of the base metal are trading at lower, where market is waiting as a Fed Reserve's Jackson Hole gathering, which could give signals ahead of the September policy meeting. And Powell is expected to unveil a new policy framework outlining the strategy to meet inflation and employment goals. And the tariff have fueled division with the rating settlement committee. And the minutes from the Fed Reserve's Fed late July meeting show most officials see inflation risk as a overweighing labor market concern, and the lower interest rate will likely support industrial metals by weakening the US dollar. And markets are also watching the potential Ukraine peace talk. And if we talk about the metal movement on LME on an intraday basis, then platinum is down approx 0.5% and copper is down 0.1%. And if we talk about zinc and tin, both are down 0.7%. So based off all these reasons, metals is in focus.